MrBeast said, the quality is bad. Don't want to be part of this anymore. They are ruining my reputation. MrBeast Burger. We talked about it last week already. MrBeast wants to cut ties with MrBeast Burger. MrBeast Burger basically said, MrBeast said, the quality is bad. Don't want to be part of this anymore. They are ruining my reputation. And now MrBeast Burger tries to clap back with a $100 million lawsuit. It's getting crazy out here, guys. It's getting crazy out here. I'm going to share the screen with you guys so you can see MrBeast Burger suing for $100 million for selling undercooked meals. That was basically the reason why MrBeast said last week that he wanted to cut ties. The burger franchise, which is part of the VDC, which is a, let's call it, virtual kitchen company, said that MrBeast was trying to wiggle out of a bad contract, or a contract he wanted a bigger share of the pie. I guess they want also a pie. They want the whole pie at VDC. RJ.
Yes. And guys, remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Engage with us, comment, like, and share the video. As you said, KaiR. First of all, it's very interesting to see again for the I forgot how many amount of times that they're suing. So a party is suing for exactly 100 million. This isn't the first time
Where is that from?
It's like they have a standard template that they keep reproducing. But that's a very interesting topic. And as you said, last week we talked about the fact that MrBeast was suing for the fact that the quality of the MrBeast burger wasn't good. And you mentioned it already that there was certain suspicions that MrBeast had perhaps a better contract waiting, and that one of the theories was that he was just trying to look for a reason to get out of this contract. You said it was a bad contract. It might be a bad contract for him, not for MrBeast Burger.
yeah, definitely for him.
Yeah.
Because you want to say something?
No, proceed.
No, he actually tweeted about it. In this lawsuit, the VDC added a couple of tweets relating to this. How do you call it? Do you call it a shenanigan? I don't know. This is what the tweet said. If I had the ability to close it, I would have done so for a long time ago. Sadly, when you're young, you sign SHIT deal. I think that's what he's trying to write here. But he's trying to keep it PC.
Yes.
Hey, man, he also said, the company I partner with won't let me stop, even though it's terrible for my brand. Young Beast signed a bad deal. These have been removed by now. These have been removed right now. But I guess the burger franchise was trying to collect some evidence before this happened. They saw this one coming a mile ahead.
Yes.
Maybe you should warn your enemies what's coming up.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that if those tweets are true, aside from the fact that he was basically telling his enemies what he was going to do, Two things. First, he also showed that showed a different motive. So it doesn't mean that it will become impossible for him to get out of the deal due to non-compliance with certain standards or quality. But he's giving the opposing party evidence in which another motive is clearly stated, it's clearly described. Now the question is, because he's saying the company will not let me um,
Stop.
stop, doesn't want to terminate the agreement. Well, if you enter into a if you enter into an agreement, you need to make sure that the terms of the agreement are good. It's supposed to be that they're favorable, and it's always good to have like exits, right? It's always, and sometimes it doesn't necessarily need to be exits, but you have to put like checks and balances in place. So and it has to be like as objective as possible. So for example, you would need to put, okay, uh you can't put in a contract the food needs to be good. No, you need to make it more concrete. For example, you would need to say that a particular body or organization that checks on quality needs to give it a 4 star out of 5, for example.
Hmm.
Something concrete, because then you know
They can
that,
verify.
yeah, it's verifiable. It's smart, right? You can say, you can, if the burger joint gets 3 out of 5, like 2 consecutive years, then, and the contract says that that would be a ground to leave, then you don't need the permission of the other people to leave.
To do.
But if you enter a contract into perpetuity, you can still break a contract if there's non-compliance, but you would need to prove exactly what the compliance is. I haven't seen the deal, so maybe it does say, maybe the deal is concrete. I don't know, but that's gonna be a bit tricky. uh, on the other hand, the $100 million is also a something that, yeah, we've seen that before.
It's a wild one.
We've seen that before. Yeah, that's a
That's a
shocking
shock
number to
to
make the
make
news,
the deal.
and I
And
think so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And by the way, should it be a third party who's overseeing like rating, or should you have your own, like your own guys rating it?
I
I
think it's
think it's
better.
better.
Think of
Think
it.
of it.
I hear an echo.
So probably there is an echo. I don't hear anything, but it's probably on
Yeah,
your side.
I think it went away. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So basically, it needs to be a it needs to be a third party. It's in the best interest for both people, because if I let my specialist go check it out, then, and it gives
Right.
me, it's very biased. So
So put Michelin star on it, so you know if it doesn't reach one Michelin star, you know the contract can be breached.
yeah. Now, what Mr. Beast can do, because that's also a strategy, right? Is in the settlement. So you cause a fuss, and when you go to court, etc., and your lawyers try to settle, you can then push for amendments in the contract. Because
Mm.
the other party would need, I mean, that can also be a solution. So we see court cases and we think, oh no, they're going all the way, but the strategies can vary. A strategy can be, I want a court decision, but a strategy can also be, hey, when I talk to these people, they just tell me no. So I'll start court proceedings so that everyone starts spending money. I think I have more money. I think I have more money than the burger joint does. And we can go all the way with this. And while we're going to court, our lawyers might try to engage into conversations with one another to try to enter into a deal. And if they can enter into a deal, then you can use that settlement deal to try to push certain conditions in that weren't there previously.
Mm. Yeah, but basically, what the suit reads on the Mr. Beast Burger side, their suit reads, "This case is about a social media celebrity who believes his fame means that his word does not matter. The fact, the facts do not matter, and that he can renege and breach his contractual obligations without consequence."